Hi, this is Brad with Copper Creek Cuts. Currently completely blinded by the sun, so I'm going to get behind the camera. I've had a lot of folks ask why in the world would I start a trash business. That's a good question. I've got the lawn care, landscaping, stormwater management. Why would I buy a dump trailer? Why would I buy 200 trash cans? Why would I start a trash pickup business? And while there's a few different reasons, the main one is because we live in a very rural county. And the way that trash pickup works is in that whole county, we have one city. And inside of those city limits, there is contracted trash pickup that is billed through your water bill. For everywhere else in the county, you either take your trash to one of the county dumps or you get a private company to pick up your trash. You contract with them directly. Up until May 2024, there were really only two companies that provided that service. One of them, VJ's Trash Pickup. That's a young man who started that business while he was in high school. And several years later, he still offers that service to the community. The other one was Waste Management, which probably a lot of you folks are familiar with. That's one of those giant conglomerate trash companies like Republic that dominate market share. But in April, Waste Management sent a letter that said we're not servicing Baker County anymore. Complete speculation on my part, but I think a lot of it has to do with the infrastructure of our roads. We've got a lot of dirt roads. We have a lot of areas that have very low population density, but are very, very far out, which means if you service the whole county, you could be driving 20 to 30 minutes to get to pockets of 10, 15 customers. And that just doesn't make any sense with the kind of numbers you get with a trash pickup business. The other thing that I heard, which is complete hearsay, so I don't know if it's true, but that Waste Management could not get an exclusivity contract from the county government. Waste Management went to Baker County's government, not the city of McClenny, which is in Baker County, but the Baker County government, and said, outside of city limits, we want to be the only people who can offer trash pickup. And Baker County apparently said no. Whether or not any of that is true, I have no idea. So take that with the hugest grain of salt ever. But I am fairly certain that even if that isn't true, at the end of the day, it's money. They wouldn't leave if they were making money out here. And I think it's because if you service the whole county, it's going to be very difficult to make money unless you owned the rights to pick up trash for every single house in the county. So that's one reason. There is a vacuum. There was a service that was needed and not very many people that provided it. So now there was only VJ's Trash Pickup that was providing that service. And as far as I know, that's one gentleman. I think he has a helper with him, but it's just one trailer. So there's a lot more business than that one company could handle unless he wants to expand. There is a second company that got started when Waste Management made their announcement called B&H Disposal. They already own garbage rentals, dumpster rentals, that sort of thing. So that's a good transition for them to do the residential pickup. They went ahead and bought a real garbage truck and are starting to service. They started servicing as soon as Waste Management ended, which I think was May 1st, I said. That doesn't really answer the question of, well, why am I getting in the trash business? I understand there's a vacuum, there's a market that needs to be filled, but why am I doing it? It's because I like the numbers. So let's just say you can get $8 a week. I'm making up numbers. $8 a week to pick up someone's garbage. Now, I have no clue how long it will take to service these clients, but if I'm on their property for just 2 or 3 minutes and making $8, I like that ratio of minutes to dollars better than my mowing ones, where I might show up for 25 minutes and make $45. The hourly rate is much higher on the garbage pickup. If I can keep my expenses low, then a lot of that is going to be profit, just like the lawn care side, where I don't have any debt in the business. My only expenses are really variable costs like fuel, tires, belts, blades, and on a per job basis, most of those are very low. And a lot of that same stuff will apply to the trash company. Now, obviously, I'll have the fixed expense of my trailer. I purchased this for about $15,000, just a little bit less. It is split over 18 months, no interest, through a financing program, something like $800 a month, right? That will be a fixed cost that I need to worry about. My trash cans are a fixed cost that I will need to worry about. Once those are paid for, aside from my variable costs like fuel, dump fees, tires on the trailer, grease for the Zerks, things like that that are relatively minor when they're amortized over all the different stops I'm going to do. I feel like there is a good potential with the right number of clients, with the right route density. I feel like there's potential for this to outperform the lawn care side of things. Now, I don't anticipate that being anytime soon. I'm not going to quit mowing anytime soon. But what I have found from starting this lawn care business part-time is that it's a good idea to start a business when you don't need the income, because then everything that the business makes you can save or put right back into the business. If I had to live off this trash business tomorrow, it'd be a whole different story as far as how well it would perform. But because I don't, and it's going to be me and my wife who are running it, I don't have to pay labor costs. It's going to be a very economical way to start a business. And hopefully, as it grows over the next 5 or 10 years, if I get to a point where now I'm 5 or 10 years older and I physically can't or don't want to mow lawns anymore, now I will have this second established business that I can devote all my resources and time to. So that's kind of the thought process behind it. If the business flops, I'll be holding 200 cans. I don't think it will flop though, because everybody needs trash pickup and they need it 52 weeks a year. That's another reason I like this idea. So even if the business doesn't grow beyond those 200 cans, I can definitely see myself just sticking with this dump trailer and the 200 cans I've invested in. Make sure those 200 clients are extremely close together. Maybe I'll never grow enough for a dump truck, but I will definitely have some good side income coming in from servicing 200 weekly trash pickup customers. Now, there's a lot of other questions about, well, how are you going to pick up the trash and how much money are you going to make and all those things. We'll answer in future videos. This one today was just, why are you even starting a trash company? Somebody said, do you want to be a trash man? I don't know what their tone was. I made it sound mean. They might have just been real curious, but I wouldn't say I want to be a trash man. I would say I want to make as much money in as little amount of time as possible, right? Because that's kind of the way we've ran our lives, is work as little as possible to pay all our bills and save a little bit. Once that goal is met, I don't want to work any more days during the week. I want to stay at home with the family and spend time with them. And because I'm part-time lawn guy, part-time YouTube guy, part-time stormwater management, I have some extra time in the schedule to play around with where I can start up this company myself, and I can basically work for nothing in this new business while it grows and gets its feet under it. So that's the story of why we started Baker County Trash Pickup. Like I said, lots of videos to come. Oh, you know what? You can actually kind of see I opted for reflective decals. So if these get hit in the middle of the night with light, they'll actually look like a stop sign will. The reflective quality of it. If you have any other questions about Baker County Trash Pickup, please feel free to leave them in the comments and I'll make videos out of them. But I wanted to make this one to answer the question of why am I even starting this? But I hope that gives you some context for this new business. Thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate it.